Hello, welcome to another Retro Core, and today we're going to be taking a look at these. Oh yes, these are two converters that allow you to play Neo Geo and Mega Drive and PC Engine using PlayStation controllers. These come to us from Brook, who very kindly sent them over to me, but this is not a paid promotion, so my opinions are my own and not influenced at all by Brook. So let's take a look at the boxes. So first up is the Mega Drive and PC Engine controller adapter. I really like the way they put PC Kid, or Bonk if you're American, and Sonic on the cover to say, yeah, we support these systems. It's kind of cheeky that. On the back of the box we can see that the firmware can be updated, and yes it can. Now to update the firmware you download it from Brook's website, and it's fairly simple to do and very easy. But make sure that when you connect the converter up to your PC, that you connect the white side of the USB splitter into power and the black side into PC. In my case, I just connect them both to the PC since I have a USB hub. If you don't connect the power side, you will not be able to update the firmware. The Neo Geo controller adapter also has an option to update the firmware, although it doesn't mention anything about connecting it to power. This version I have here does not need firmware updating, so I presume it came with the latest firmware. Okay, so first let's take a look at using an official wireless PlayStation controller on the PC Engine. So all we do is we connect the converter up to the PlayStation, and for the first time, because we're going to be doing this wireless, we need to connect a USB cable. So we connect the USB cable to the box, and then we connect the other end of the USB cable up to the PlayStation controller, just like you normally would if connecting it to a PlayStation with a wire. Okay, then we switch on the PC Engine, and you'll notice that the green light is lit up and the red light is lit up there, which means everything is connected to the controller. And pressing start acts as the PC Engine's run button, share acts as the PC Engine's select button, and these are buttons 1 and 2. And these are rapid fire versions of those buttons. These also act as rapid fire, and this is select and run. Okay, now we want to play this wirelessly. So what we do now is we unplug the cable, and you will notice that the red light will start blinking on the box. Now what we do is we press the pair button on the controller, and there you go, it's synced up. And if you see, I am now controlling the PC Engine wirelessly with the PlayStation 4 controller. Take a look at that. Oh yeah. And it works really well, no problems whatsoever. Alright. Now, not only does it work with official controllers, but it also works with unofficial controllers. So, let's switch off the system and let's connect up the Hori pad. Okay, Hori pad is connected. Let's switch on the PC Engine again. And instantly, because this is a wired controller, we can just go straight in. No need to mess about with any configurations whatsoever. And it works. See? No problem at all. Now as far as input lag is concerned, I don't notice any. It feels just as if I was playing the game using my regular PC Engine controller. No difference whatsoever. Okay, so here we are with the PlayStation 4 controller connected up to the Mega Drive, or in this case Mega CD. Now, like the PC Engine, the Mega Drive also has standard controllers and 6-button controllers. And this can be configured to use either 6-button or 3-button. Now as default it is set to 3-button, that being start and then A, B and C. But holding down the PlayStation button and triangle will turn it into 3-button mode if you're in 6-button mode, or holding down PlayStation button and square will turn it into 6-button mode. So now the little light is flashing on the box, and now it is in 6-button mode. The little red light has stopped flashing. So we now have a 6-button controller. Now the configuration is a little bit weird on here. It's A, B, C, XYZ. Now, if you're using a PlayStation 4 joystick, that's going to be great. Unfortunately, a PlayStation 4 controller only has 4 face buttons, so it's a little bit weird. Anyway, let's start up the game and show you it working. Oh, we got to press start. And you'll see that there is no input lag whatsoever. It works really, really well. Let's turn up the sound a bit as well. Okay, here we go. I've got to admit, it's a little bit tricky playing the game this close to the screen. But yeah, that feels absolutely perfect. Well, apart from being a bit weird playing a Mega Drive game with a PlayStation controller, but still, it works. Okay, so now it's time to check out the Neo Geo pad converter. Now, first thing you got to do is make sure this toggle switch is flicked over to Neo Geo and connect it up to the Neo Geo as you would with any other controller. Now, this will work on AES models and MVS models. We're using an MVS model here. Now, we're going to be controlling the Neo Geo with the official PlayStation 4 controller, and we're going to play it wirelessly. But first, just like with the other converter box, we have to connect it up using the cable and then power on the system. Okay, so let's power on the Neo Geo. And as we can see, the little light has come on the controller, so this is now functioning perfectly fine. Yep, it's moving the menus on the screen there. So now it's time to play wirelessly. So what we're going to do is unplug it from here. Oh, it's a bit stiff, out we come. And press the PlayStation power button. And that should now be paired up to this converter box. Let me just check. Yep, the menus are working. And you can see the little light flashing there. Every time I press a button on the controller, the little light flashes. Here, look at this. See? That's how you know it's working. Alright, so let's check out some Neo Geo games being played with a PlayStation 4 controller. Yep, absolutely perfect, no problem. Again, it's going to be really weird playing this close to a massive screen. I can't really see it properly. Let's see if we back up a little bit. Okay, so the buttons are default laid out the same as a Neo Geo CD controller. But you can change them using the configuration options, just like we can change from Mega Drive 3 button to 6 button pads. But yeah, it's working. No noticeable input lag whatsoever. Yeah. Playing Neo Geo with a wireless controller. So there we are. 2 pretty good controller converters. One for your Neo Geo and one for your PC Engine and Mega Drive. Now honestly, I've been using these for quite some time now, and I can say without a doubt that these both work really, really well. I've had no issues whatsoever. Well, actually, tell a lie. I did have a problem with the Hori pad using this one, but once I updated the firmware, that problem was gone completely. It worked just fine. In fact, Brook are constantly updating the firmware to these devices to make sure that the latest joysticks and so on do work on them. So yeah, it seems that support is good. I mean, this firmware has been updated I think 5 or 6 times now, and yeah, they're keeping up to date with different controllers. This one I didn't need to update, it just worked anyway. So there you have it. They are the game controller converters from Brook. So I'm going to put a link in the video description down below if you're interested in these. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, getting controllers for the PC Engine is not that easy. So this comes really in handy. And by the way, this will also let you use the new PC Engine Classic controllers on the PC Engine. That's right. So the PC Engine Classic or PC Engine Mini controllers will work on a real PC Engine using this controller box. Now that is cool. That was something that was added in the last firmware update. Okay, so Until next time guys, take it easy and keep on gaming. See ya.